Man, I eat a banana. Cool, you see? What's going on? Make me banana and a piece, no, man. Morning, people, what's going on? Hope on everybody's good. It's Sunday morning. It is freezing cold here in the state of New Jersey. I don't even know what the temperature is. The temperature I feel like it's like 20 degrees here in the state of New Jersey. It's very cold. Yes, it's very, very cold. I don't like when it's cold like this. When it's cold like this, it sting. It sting you. It's like when I was sting you. When me head, okay, anyway, so you know all this excitement about a plane crash in a Clarendon. Right? All this Rocky Point, the plane crash in a Rocky Point. All this excitement and all this back and forth. And the police and everybody, they act like they're stupid. Them going back and forth, and some people talking about, oh, the plane carry new virus come to Jamaica, and the plane carry alien come to Jamaica. All kind of crap is going around and all of that and blah, 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 blah. You have to go and do your research, people, and you have to know things. That plane that crashed in a Rocky Point. First before me even go to that, you see Jamaica air traffic control, there are nothing but a bunch of assholes and a bunch of idiots. Jamaica, right? Right, plane was land, sorry. Those air traffic control, people them that control air traffic in Jamaica, they're a bunch of assholes. And not only they're a bunch of assholes, even the government is a bunch of assholes. The people them who in charge of security in Jamaica is a bunch of assholes, right? And I want to hear what they're gonna come and say about it. I want to hear the story them I give, because first of all, Jamaica air traffic is so careless. Right? The people who work is so careless and so lacking. And the government is aware of these things that happen over and over and over, and they do nothing about it. Because all this big hotel and these big business in Jamaica and some of these leaders, politician leaders that you see down there and so forth, they're involved in a lot of narcotics. They're involved in a lot of drugs. That's how some of them have them big car and them big house, them big mansion, like somebody in a government. As I say, like somebody in a government family were involved in a narcotics very big, like somebody in a government. So me, yeah, like somebody in a government with them family involved in a narcotics very, very big. Alright, people, take it from me. I used to live at a home. Alright? Anyway, back to the conversation now. How could a plane enter Jamaica and air traffic control cannot give any information about that plane? How could a plane, right? For the safety of the Jamaican people and the safety of our country. Do you really think that a plane is gonna enter Jamaica and air traffic control don't pick it up on a radar, not notify, and nothing, we not see nothing come out about? Let me tell you something. That plane was transporting narcotics to Jamaica. That's what it was. It was transporting narcotics. That plane was in Bahamas, from Bahamas. That plane is coming from Colombia, Bahamas, right? That plane is a Mexican plane. It's a plane, right, that belonged to Mexico. That plane belonged to Mexico. You hear me say? That plane belonged to Mexico, and that plane is coming from different places. That plane was landed at different places, right? Because that plane was not taking a straight run. Okay? So what happened is that the asshole, the E that you fly the plane now, giving instruction where to go, what to do, right? Drop off, pick up money, because Jamaica is one of the place, one of the hub that they transport drugs to, and the government is aware of it because a lot of them is involved in it, right? And the E that you fly the plane now don't have any phone, because guess what happened? Him don't want to radar pan the to air traffic control, because then that would be a problem with other people would talk and whatever it is. So guess what happened? He might have no choice but to land the plane because he don't know where he's going, don't know what's going on. So him land the plane and him bail from the plane. That's what it is. Him land the plane and him bail from the plane. Him land the plane and him bail from the plane. That plane is a narcotics plane. That's what that plane is. Right? And even if he's flying below the radar, what happened to our authorities? What happened to our authorities? That's what I want to know. What happened to it? We don't stop put up things and talk about our plane. That plane has come from various places. That plane is coming from various places. It's not only the set, it come from other places. That plane. You understand? That plane belonged to Mexico. And that plane, right? Mexico, Colombia, Bahamas, Jamaica. It's a drugs plane. Transporting things. Picking up things. That's what that plane is. Right? Now here's the thing now. Here's the thing about this now. Right? The person that was flying the plane, right? It wasn't one person in the plane. It was two persons in the plane that was flying the plane. Right? Two persons that was in the plane. Right? So those persons that was in that plane and so forth, they are still in Jamaica and so forth. They probably been picked up already or whatever it is and so forth, right? And I want to see what air traffic control is going to say about it. And what the police, them that claim that they're investigating, to see what the investigation is going to be like. Nothing going to come out of it, you hear? Right? Nothing going to come out of it. And these are things that happen regular over and over and over and over and over at Jamaica. It happened. Plane coming at Jamaica, right? Drop off, drugs, pick up money, gone again. Right? Them do them route, them do them business, and them out. Plane from different places. Not only from Bahamas. You have Dominican Republic, right? You got all these different countries. Right? Right? So that's what happened. The plane never bring no COVID down there, never bring no vaccine, they never bring no yellow, they never bring no duppy down there. Right? Too arsehole. Too arsehole. That's what it was. Right? Right? And that is the same way a plane flying into Jamaica is the same way all these illegal Chinese and illegal people flying into Jamaica. Right? The government is aware of it and they do nothing about it because as long as you not see as the Jamaican people, nothing comes out of it. When they not transport drugs, they might transport money. When they not transport money, they might transport guns. All kind of illegal activity comes out of Jamaica, come into Jamaica, from out of Jamaica, and then transport one plane and go to different places. That's what it is. So it's not like what people are talking about and a chat all this cock and bull story about plane this and all of that and Jamaica mash up now and all of that. Drugs they might carry. Drugs. Drugs is a plane that traffic narcotics and money. Right? So I want to get that out of the head and all of that. And as I said, I don't want to hear nobody come talk about, well, the police are investigating. What are they investigating? What are these police investigating? Investigating nothing. Nothing gonna comes out of it. Nothing. Them are going to move the plane out of the water and the rightful owner, somebody are going to come clear the plane and the plane are going to go back where it come from or whatever it is and they want to know the plane there Jamaica. Well, the plane was at this airport and this person was flying and him land the plane or whatever it is. So listen for the story that's coming out of this. Listen for the story. Listen how the government is going to pretty up the story and make you as a people look stupid and make you people look like they are doing a good job. And air traffic control, whether it's fly high, low, or whatever, half a radar upon radar. So just listen for the story that's going to come. For the security minister or whoever it is or the commissioner. Just wait for the... I'm going to show you how illiterate these people are and how stupid these people are. Wait for the story. Because them sit down and write them story and cook up them story. The rightful owner and the person that know what was going on, them a cook up them story and everybody will get money. And them a write them look a cock and bull story if you can't get to own people. That's what's going to happen. Right? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. All majority of government officials in Jamaica sell drugs. You hear me tell you no? Right? Majority, let me tell you this. Take it from me when I tell you this. Majority of these big heads in Jamaica sell drugs. Involved in cocaine and involved in cocaine more than they're involved in marijuana. You hear? Most of these big hotel owners and all of them then transport drugs from Colombia to Yassa to America. There's all different. When them now use people as a mule, them have them plane, them have them boat and all that and so forth. Take it from me, where I tell you. I'm 37 years old. And the most cocaine I ever seen in my life. The most cocaine I ever see in my life. In my entire life. The amount of cocaine I can fill, I may have one of the Toyota Tango. Can fill the back in my truck here, so. Fill the back outside. Fill the front here, so. Without me in it. And can make another load again. The most cocaine I ever see is in Jamaica. Right? The most I ever seen in my life, the most cocaine I ever see. I've never seen that much cocaine nowhere, not even in the United States. I'm talking about what me never see. The most cocaine I ever see was in Jamaica, in St. Thomas. Right? And guess what happened? We have to understand this. We have a lot of Mexicans there in Jamaica. And the Mexican, them a bring the drugs them down there. Colombian, them a give the Mexican the drugs. The Mexican, them a send the drugs and so. They are running this thing, and a lot of killing, and a lot of secret killing going on in Jamaica and so forth. And Jamaica, our leaders are involved in these farmer behavior. Right? They involve RT Wagwan. People, hold on before we go to this. RT, I don't know if I really real RT this, but people, RT is running from my life. I asked RT to come on talk to Tuesday. Right? I'm not sure for the right RT, but RT the on the page and for him. I asked RT to come on to talk to Tuesday. Me want to talk to him because I have to come talk the truth. And RT tell me, say, Dr. Love, I'm not coming on your show. That's what he tell me. Now, remember this. Me I go back to that in a minute. Remember RT, when you come on Facebook and me and fret them, I lied to you. Me and fret them, I lied to you. And make you end up get a lot of followers and get a name. Remember that. Let's go back to all of that. Remember that me and fret them is the bulldog. Right? Now, you must not forget where you're coming from, but guess what happened? The difference with me and all this rest of people, they might do interview with them and take it. Me, you want to know the truth, and me I go ask you the truth. And RT, you cannot tell me the truth. You cannot tell me the truth, RT. You cannot come on my page and speak the truth. So therefore, you refuse to come. If you was a real reader, man, and what you're doing was truth and all of that, you would have said, okay, Dr. Love, me I go come on the show or whatever it is. Because RT, not now going for you right now. The spy situation that dead. Not now going for you right now. Not going on for you right now. You understand me? I say, no matter how much money you gain or whatever it is and so forth. Right? I like the way you do your things because you're smart. You manage to make a name. But RT, the fact that you're running from my show, me have somebody else. I have somebody else who are coming because a real person who is involved in reading or a spiritual person, they would not have any problem coming on and speak their mind and say, Dr. Love, because when me ask you, say, if you're a real reader man and so forth, you go have to read something online and tell me. You go have to read something online and tell me. And you cannot read something online and tell me. Because you know, say, me know the truth. And you know, say, me know what go on. So the fact that, right, is not him. Okay, well, somebody are using him. Well, guess what happened? He will get the message. Because, trust me, RT depend everybody page. The fact that you don't want to come on my live, that tell you, say, you're lied. Come prove to me that you're not lied. Deliver the message. Back to the conversation. Wallace, big up yourself. No, anyway. As I was saying to you before, the most cocaine I ever seen in my life is in St. Thomas, Jamaica. The most. And I was 14 years old. Right? You understand what I say? I was 14 years old. 14 years old when I say I like cocaine in Jamaica. And when I saw the cocaine in Jamaica, I was 14 years old. It was somebody who was big in a power. Big. What I mean big in a power? Big in a power was in charge. Not only big in a power, but was in charge. And the amount of cocaine when we sit in a Jamaica, people. Right? And I can't tell you, oh, exactly. Right? We drive from Kingston to St. Thomas. I was in the vehicle. There was a bunch of us. Police car there behind. Police who know what go on there behind and so forth. I drive, right? We was rushing to St. Thomas and how me end up go with them and so forth. And I swear to God, when I raise my right hand, I swear to God up above for my kids them life. Or we end up go to St. Thomas and so forth. I was at the house and them all of a sudden them have to rush go somewhere and so forth. And then radar police, I don't say which police station, right? Because as I said, police was involved. And I end up in one car. I never forgot the black car that in there. I would drive go to St. Thomas. I would drive go to St. Thomas. We go to one river. I remember one beach. I remember the beach name. But even though I can't remember good, the beach have one big, like a big warehouse like it. It have like a big building. I know what kind of building it is. Right? And when we pull up there and so forth, a whole pack car line up there, we see some Rasta man there and all of that. And when the person come to the car, everybody come and salute the person and say, yeah, big up boss and rate it. I did it as a kid. And them I walk go down to the seaside. And we go down to the seaside and so me did I walk away, because you know you pick me or whatever it is, then nothing say you know where I go on. So me I walk go down to the seaside, we go down to the seaside, we say, these man down at the seaside have some sitting a pull out of the water. Some big old sitting with plastic over it, well plastic up, and then I pull them up, right? And me never forget me when a man say, oh, then just left, you know, right? And then I pull them up and then pull them up, one hole for them. And then me have one sitting like a cart, and big something like a cart, and then I lift them up, some big package. Me that say, the package them is probably about, a 12 inches, 15 inches, probably by 20, 24. Some big package them I pull them up. Them I pull them up. And then put some of them on the thing and then roll it. Then them push out the cart and then go in at the building and them in a building. So anyway, me didn't know I watch where I go on and them in a building and so forth. And remember when a person to me say, oh, stay here, sir. Right? And I saw the thing, I'm in a lie to your people. One of the package, I never forget one of the package. When they put up on that package, for some reason, one of the package burst. And I remember seeing the white thing. I remember seeing the white thing. And I said to a person, now I call him, I said to a person, I say, that's a whole of milk powder. I remember it like today date. I was about 14, 15 to be exact. Right? I said to the person, I say, that's a lot of milk powder. Right? And when me say milk powder, I say it's a lot of milk powder. All me want to know, you pick me and say milk powder, you want some milk powder, you say milk powder. And my man say, oh, don't go over there, so don't touch it. And them go in a building and then in the fair. Along when I sit down, them go sit down in the car. And me and one of the other police brother in the outer door. Because he smoke a lot in the outside. And I remember what, if we talk about with the outside, because I pick me. And then we did it for a good while till all of a sudden now, one truck come and the truck back up and I said I put things in that truck until the truck drive off and left. And we did that till we left and we come back down again and we stop at one place, one bar where they sell jerk pork and sitting. And look up, place on the roadside and then tap and then buy food and we buy pork and we left and we come back down. And I remember it up to today date. And the person that was doing it, that was involved in it, is a big person that big in politics and was involved in politics. When me involved in big in politics, glorify them, praise them and all of that and so forth. You understand me I say? Right? One of them was in charge of the country at some point. One of them was in charge of the country at some point. Right? In dead now. Anyway, back to the conversation. And me say that. So when you see these planes and things like this and these things happen, don't be surprised like boy Jamaica this and Jamaica that and all this happen. It happen regular. Plane come to Jamaica, come drop off money, pick up drugs and out. Right? And guess what happens? Sometimes these planes come to Jamaica, then bring people in that work in Jamaica, that work in the narcotics field. And this is a big problem that Jamaica have. United States have with Jamaica, this back and forth, because all these drugs that's traveling and we're not coming from boat or coming from plane and so forth, all kind of things. And drugs are traveling and plane, right, through our airport, through our two major airport, landing in Miami and different places. We're supposed to go England and different places. And people on the ground there are working as people in Jamaica are working. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't feel surprised by this and feel like it's a coincidence also. That plane was transporting narcotics. It came to drop off and it came to pick up. And the E that we have fly the plane couldn't radar because guess what happened? The fact that having radar, what go on general, right? The fact that if him radar and so forth, other people that's not involved in it, people are going to talk or whatever it is. So that's why. The he that just land the plane in the water. Him last, him don't know where him I go. Because whatever instruction him give him never follow the instruction and so forth. Him don't know the place like that. And that's what take place in the Rocky Points. You understand? They kill me for the truth, please. All of them when you see come on TV and come in at them naked, them jacket and tie and come on attack, big tie, all of them are juggies. All of them. All of them when you say come on TV and come out with them big chat and all of that on that glory. The whole of them involved. Majority of people that's in power in Jamaica, them do wrongdoings and all of that. And at them bring in the guns and the drugs and all of that. And the poor little people and will get blamed don't have nothing to do with it a lot of times. Okay? At you attack him dead for you. Exactly. Thank you, my friend, because you must know what going on. One of our biggest leaders that was in charge of the country at Jamaica was one of the big, because when we go St. Thomas, that person was part of the involvement. And he was a person running the country. And him shipped the most drugs and the most thing out of Jamaica and so forth. That's why some of them dead bad. Okay? Little Jamaica is done now. My friend Jamaica done now. Jamaica not done. Jamaica about for money. That's why so much rich people there. Jamaica don't think a scam alone there. Jamaica live life. The drugs in Jamaica, drugs business in Jamaica. Remember me tell you it up there. It's up there. They lock you up for saying all these things. All them lock me up for. They can't lock me up. Lock me up for what? They can't lock me up for what? Please. Lock me up for what? If you talk the truth, they can't lock me up for that. And I like me I tell. Our leaders involved in that things. I was involved in that thing. When you see our leaders are drive some of them are drive some Bentley, some of them are drive some, what you carry their name? All of them expensive car there in Jamaica, enough of them say I drive. That no politics get to them, or drugs get to them. Or that get to them big in it. Them make them big money. That's why some of them, you have people there, let me tell you something. You have people there in Jamaica who are rich, never travel yet, and don't want to travel. You have people there in Jamaica who have so much USA that thinks a bank them run and never travel. Never travel in their life yet. You think say a bank them own. You can go to Jamaica and so much US dollars down there. Them have millions of dollars down there, pack up down there. Right? They don't need to travel. Anything they want, America anyway, it come to them. Right? But you give me it. Everyone got to also. Yeah, man, politicians, them, man. I tell you, that's why you say leaders, them, you can't trust them. The leaders, them, you can't trust them. When they not take a little boy, them, they not take a little girl, them not do this, them not do that. And when they hold on pan you with a stack of weed, you know, they want to lock you up and want to come beat you and say, Rasta this and Rasta that for your stack. And them a transport coke, dope, everything through the narcotics is big. Right? Right now I wouldn't mind get somebody else so they can go on. And all of this I tell you, God Almighty troop on my kids them life up above. Me not lie, I see it before. I saw that before. The most coke I ever see at Jamaica, I say that. Remember I tell you, the most coke I ever seen in my life at Jamaica, I say that. Most. As me say, when a person was involved in it was that person that they in charge of the country at some point and in dead now. You understand? You think a little girl picnic, they go to England and dead pan plane because sitting busting at them. They think like a boy picnic. You think like a family member can't find their relative, they only hear their relative travel go a friend and never hear from them again. Dead pan the way. Sitting busting at them and then dead pan the way and that's it. And people go follow me on Instagram. The last plane crash at Jamaica. Them say a dopey drop off. Dopey, yeah, a dopey drop off with you. Then no drugs drop off, man. Drugs drop off, you know. And people go follow me on Instagram. Let me put my Instagram page at the bottom down here. So. Oh no, wait, not that. Go follow me on Instagram. Me say people, see my Instagram page. Go follow me on Instagram right now. Hey, people, I am sitting there and waiting. I want to hear where them are going to come on and say. Right? People in Jamaica live better than enough of will live over here. So remember me tell you that. Me know people there in Jamaica will living so comfortable and so large and so big. When you ask them about foreign, they say foreign, what me do a foreign? Yes, a foreign, we have everything here, so. Everything I just said there. So we don't need to go a foreign. Go follow me on Instagram. But me I wait for you what the news I gonna say. Me I wait for you what the investigation is gonna say. Me I wait for you people. Me I wait for you how smart them is and what story them are come with. Well, we after our investigation we realized that the plane that crashed, the plane was coming from Montego Bay, or it was coming from Norman Airport, and the pilot was doing a test run, or the pilot was doing a training, and he did not know where he was going, and this or that and so forth, and then this is what happened and so forth. We have found the person, and we have spoken to the person, and the plane was not transport any narcotics, not any money and so forth, right? As a matter of fact, the person lived at this such and place and so forth, and I know rate and black, them are come with some story when I make it. Listen for the story them are come with. Listen for what story them are going to come with. And when the story come, I remember me telling you say what take place. That plane is coming from various places. Various places that come from. Right? Various places that come. The plane wasn't bringing in any vaccine. It wasn't bringing any dopey. It never bringing no alien. It never bringing no pharma. What do you call it? Virus. Then what's up? The plane was bringing merchandise and picking up merchandise. And the person that was flying the plane, they did not know where they were going because there was a problem and they don't have any phone and they could not radar. And guess what happened? Air traffic control is lacking because at the end of the day, whether it's fly low or fly high, well, it was not on a radar and so forth, right? Then something wrong with our radar system. We need a new radar system. God, that never happen in America. That not happen in America. No plane now fly high or low. And air traffic control don't pick it up that there is something in the air that don't supposed to be there. Not when you have government officials and people who are supposed to be protecting the country. So you're going to tell me that a plane travel lower and it never pick up on no radar and it's a fly around Jamaica like that for the risk of the people of Jamaica. For most of the people. Now, if that plane did crash, right, and kill somebody or they crash at Jamaica house or somewhere and so forth, what would have been the result? What would have been the result? As I said to you before, this is facts. I've seen it before. Me nah go off a year say. Me see it before. Plane come at Jamaica regular can drop off jugs. There's a place near Wellpeace. There's a place called Wellpeace for Ready Park Estate. They have an airstrip over there. Oh, there's a place called Wellpeace, Ready Park Estate, where Rumbar is located. Them have an airstrip over there. And plane used to go there and pick up jugs and leave with jugs at airstrip. Right? Where Rumbar factory is, on the other side. There's a lot of little private airstrip there in Jamaica. A lot of them there in Jamaica. And jugs are coming in rapid. It has been happening for years and years and it not going to change. And every time something have happened, the people that are in charge of power that are involved in it always come up with some cacambull sorry story to tell you as the people. And you believe whatever it is. Because whatever they tell you right now, they might tell us, let me tell you, these people are so wicked. That these people will turn around and take the responsibility and take the blame and say they were flying the plane or this person and just give a name because guess what happened? Less people know and the less question people ask. So I want to know how this is going to be adjusted and all of that. But guess what happened? It's not the first a plane a fly in with drugs and left with it. Because Jamaica is a hub for drugs. Every week there's thousands of drugs that's coming into Jamaica. I know you have all different kind of people in Jamaica and so forth. It's a market for drugs. And it's a market, it's a wholesale to import and export. So because of that and so forth, we have this problem. And all these guns where you see where they are Jamaica and so forth, drugs not go to Jamaica and without gun. All this high power weapon wanna say they are Jamaica and so forth, them down there, them coming through water and then coming through plane. You understand? And them no. Exactly. Exactly. If the plane they crash, it would have better for them. Right? It would have better for them if the plane they crash, but the plane never crash. The plane crash and the people run out of the plane. Because guess what happened? The local police and the local resident them, they don't want nobody to see if nobody to talk. So them guess what happened? Them left the plane quick. And when they left the plane and so forth, trust me, they will find a way to get around. They will find a way to get around. They will find a way to get around, and then will find a way to get a phone call. And whoever is in charge of it, trust me, them people that pick up a long time and sleep in one bed and comfortable. Just wait. And the government will turn around and just arrest somebody. And say that person was flying the plane or whatever it is, just to make themselves look good. Yeah, my friend, thank you for one of the handbag you can get one. If something never wrong there. Exactly. No plane, they never take out no seat out of no plane. Right? It's a plane, yes, that bring regular passenger. But then did not take the seat out of the plane on the water. Can't believe you're a Jamaican. This man is a PMP activist for sure, trying to bring down the Jamaican government. Hey Ray, Roy, where you not gonna find one? Where you not gonna find one with a man in a sock, man? Anybody ask a thing about bring down Jamaica or drunker like you? Bring down Jamaica and so forth. All literate drunker like you. All combobulated sitting like you. Bring down Jamaica. One of the people say, remember black you. I don't want to chat to you drunk, girl. You're not even a real person. As a matter of fact, I never black your tongue because your face look like when time bread not toast good. You're so ugly. You're so ugly. Anyway, back to the conversation before that mongrel come over here. As I was saying to you before, what's going on, my friend? Oh no, we soon hear the story. We're sitting and waiting for the news. And in the news today, a plane crash, a Rocky Point, and the plane was this. It was that person plane and all of that. You think the government can tell us, say, a plane don't come from Jamaica and up there? You think the government are going to come take responsibility and say, okay, them have locate or them do an investigation and it was an illegal plane? The first question them people are going to ask, how the plane reach a Jamaica in the first place would not pick up on the radar, whether it fly low or high? That is the first question. That's the first question people are going to ask. Them are going to come on and make them cacambo story and say, the plane will crash. Them now going to come and tell us, well, we don't know who it was and we don't know where the plane is coming from. That is a big problem. And that is a big problem for the U.S. Marshal them where they are Jamaica. Because the U.S. Marshal them where they are Jamaica know about it, are going to know about it and see it. So, at the end of the day, do you think the government are going to come up with a solution fast? Right? To tell you as a people, or them are going to tell the truth? They're not going to tell you, they are going to come up with something. They are going to take responsibility and say the plane, the person live in Jamaica, it was a private plane that come into the country, and they will even find a person and put a person on the ear to say it was his plane. But they will not come on and say it was an illegal plane that entered the island. How does an illegal plane enter the island in the first place and never pick up by none of our Coast Guard, never pick up by air traffic control, whether it was flying high or low? They're not going to come and tell that. What does that tell you? Air traffic control must know. They must know. Whether they fly on the east side, the west side, the north side, air traffic control must pick it up at some point. They must pick it up. And guess what happened to? The plane have a box on it. The plane have a box on it. So therefore, if the plane have a box on it, it will tell you. Not only that too. If the plane is transporting drugs, them can do a swab off the plane. If the plane was transporting money, them can do us. Well, we don't have that technology to do so. They don't want to do so. They said it's from Antigua and 2 men at the hospital. Them find 2 men, then just find 2 spots. They said they come from Antigua and they send out the hospital. Please. Okay, so all the plane, where they was going? What was their chance? Oh no, they were coming from Antigua or somewhere and they were transporting goods. What kind of goods? Merchandise. It was a private company and they was bringing in stuff into the country. Oh really? Oh really? Oh, they was bringing in milk powder, they was bringing in juice from this country or that. Really? Anyway, I got to go. Big up on yourself. But me never come and adjust that this morning and talk to you. Follow me on Instagram. Right? Follow me on Instagram. But that plane, I don't care what them tell me in the world. Because first of all, if the plane landed on the water, the plane landed safely. And I think the plane was running. The plane landed on the water, the plane was still running. That means that when the plane landed on the water, even if the person get a little bit of accident, those person managed to come off of the plane. So who can then go to the hospital? That is the first thing. And where them a come from? That time of night. And what air traffic control have to say? Where were they going? That is the question. Waiting for the answer. You know it, tell me. Let's wait for the news. And like I said, right? The plane crashed in Jamaica with 2 aliens. They don't know them there. But the plane landed on the water safely and was still running on the water. The police, right? The police are doing the investigation. When the police and the resident arrive, there was nobody in the plane and there was no seat. So they take out the seat out of the plane and the plane was flying itself, so there's nobody in there. The person disappeared. And the police are doing the investigation. Well, listen to the news. That's the news that will come. Anyway, big up on yourself. There you are. Follow me on Instagram at the bottom of the page. Bottom of the page. And if you and the pocketbooks, people that want the pocketbooks, people that want the pocketbooks, WhatsApp me 973-342-2487. Send me a message and then get your pocketbooks. Somebody send me a request. I don't know who send me a request and I can't accept requests for some reason on the phone. I don't know where I go on. Never try to check it out. RT need to read what happened. RT can't even read what it is. RT don't even know what hours it is and what time it is. I don't know who RT can read. RT cannot read one squab. RT now no damn sense, please. Read what? RT, please. Tell him to go read about that one day. That one day higher than the Irish scope. Oh, it's a remote control plane. It was controlled by a remote. People are funny. Anyway, later.